hopefully, he gets to stay in jail for the rest of his life and never get out. It's a step. It's a step in the healing process.
1 year after an Evangeline Parish woman was kidnapped and murdered, her family says they are getting some closure knowing her killer will likely spend the rest of his life in prison. This week, Philip DeWoody was sentenced to serve 3 life sentences in the disappearance and death of Joyce Thomas.
DeWoody pleaded guilty to a number of charges, including first-degree murder. Thomas went missing from her Ville Platte apartment last year. During that time, investigators say DeWoody demanded ransom from her family. Her body was later found along I-49 on a service road between Sunset and Opelousas.
DeWoody had a lengthy criminal history involving violence against women, even a homicide charge as a juvenile. He was in prison but released on parole 91 years early, just weeks before Thomas's murder. Tonight we're hearing from Joyce Thomas's daughter on how the family played a role in DeWoody's plea deal. Kendria LaFleur has our top story.
1 year later, the pain of losing a mother remains for Joyce Thomas's daughter, Brecky Levine. When Philip DeWoody was sentenced for her mother's murder, Levine placed a photo from her mother's funeral in front of him.
When he looked up, make sure that when he was looking directly at my mom's picture. And he tends to keep his head down, during the process. But I directed him to look at her picture on several occasions. And when I'm speaking to him, I asked him to look at me, give me that, I want you to see me because I see you. And that's kind of what I told him, and I told him he took, the backbone of our family, and I expressed to him that he was given the opportunity to be released and be constructive and be productive in the community. And he came out not 8 months later. And not only did he murder my mom, he also kidnapped and violated another woman. So he had no intention on being all that he said to the parole board.
The family was part of the decision on what DeWoody would face for his crimes. While the death penalty was on the table, Levine says it's something her family could not approve.
It was more of our faith. I don't believe we have the right to take life, just like he didn't have the right to take my mom's life. That's not for us to do. That's for God to decide.
With DeWoody now sentenced, the family is now looking forward. As they have in the past year, they'll be relying on their faith.
Yet, still there's hope, and with hope there's healing, and we're going to heal. And we're going to find, we have a faith family and so forth, and we're gonna get past this. But we'll never, and we hope, we'll make it where her name, lives on in us.
Kendria LaFleur, KATC TV3.